Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Mallory Dwinall. I am the co-founder of Oxford Day Academy, and I also serve as the school's CEO. So there are a couple of things that make Oxford Day Academy really different. The first thing is the people. So Oxford Day Academy is filled with students, with teachers, and with families who are committed to learning in the most rigorous, most challenging way on earth, right? It's people who've all decided that they want more for their students than you might traditionally experience or expect in a normal high school. That's the first thing. The second thing that's really different about our school is the way those people come together to work. So rather than having traditional classes, we use Oxford tutorials and Harkness tables. So students spend their time not learning by a teacher telling them what to think, but by learning for themselves and figuring out for themselves what they should think based on discussions and debates that they have with their classmates, with their teacher, and with community partners when they're working out in the field.
It's different. The overall model of how students learn, traditionally it's in a classroom setting where students are just listening to a lecture and direct instruction, and then asked to kind of regurgitate that information back to them in the form of maybe a written test or homework assignments. We ask students to critically engage with the material that they're learning. So for example, in Harkness tables that you all do, we are really trying to cultivate your your ability to engage in critical discourse with one another, and to be able to teach one another the learning material through asking questions, through getting understanding, through answering those questions and asking more questions. And so that's one of the ways that it's different from traditional learning models of high school. Agency to create their own learning plans as they see necessary, but we also hold you accountable if you're not following through with that learning plan. So I think there's a lot of collaboration that happens with teachers and students at a level at Oxford Day Academy that doesn't really happen too much.
Yes, because all the opportunities that they offer will help you, will help all the students and me in the long run to where we want to be in our future. The difference is that Oxford, they teach differently with the Harkness table, and that the students teach each other instead of the teacher teaching the kids.
East Palo Alto is a part of the district where I live. And so as someone who grew up in a neighborhood where my public school was the most important resource I had, I wanted to make sure that I was serving my community in the same way. From there, Sequoia is a really big district, right? It goes all the way up towards Belmont, and it covers a ton of space. East Palo Alto is a community that people always talk about what's missing from East Palo Alto, but there's actually a lot that is uniquely good about East Palo Alto. And the biggest thing about East Palo Alto that impressed me was that I saw parents who were so committed to working with their students to try really different ways of learning. And then the second thing was I saw a school and a community where there are so many nonprofits that were willing to come let young people be leaders and to try things. And as a multicultural social leadership academy, our students are out in the field every single day. We needed to be in a community that had support for young people and was willing to give them the opportunity to really be leaders. And East Palo Alto is willing to do that in ways that I haven't seen in any other community anywhere.
I would like to really see the model at Fidelity, meaning every student is engaging in every part of the model. So Harkness table, tutorials, field experience, and really watching students just totally navigate their agency and be critical thinkers, and just really changing the trajectory of their lives and changing what how schools should be ran, you know what I mean?
We're building a school that has never existed anywhere else in the world. And so we couldn't just say, well, what is this school doing, right? Or what is that school doing? We actually had to go and build it for ourselves. And so that took years of planning things out, then testing them in after school programs and summer school programs, and seeing what's working, what's not, and then tweaking and continuing to refine. So it took us almost a decade until we felt like we are certain that we have this right, and we are certain that we have tested all of the pieces of this different model that we need to test.
Academically, over here, they pay more attention to the kids, and at MA and Sequoia or other schools, they don't really care if if kids have questions, but over here they pay attention. It's like there's more less kids.
Our best private schools in the country use the Harkness table right now. So if you are willing to go to a school that pays $60,000 or $70,000 a year, when you get there, they'll teach you with the Harkness method, because they know that that method prioritizes creative thinking, it prioritizes problem solving, and it believes in its students as these are going to be the people who become the leaders of tomorrow. So potentially as early as this spring, we will have students with the opportunities to study abroad during the school year in England, in China, in Ghana, in South Africa, and those are the 4 countries that we know about. There are other options that we're considering adding as well. The different teachers, students, because what makes this place so special are the people, and then watching the way that they get to work together in a special way in their class time.